everyone. My name is Nicholas Lanthier, and I'm a fourth-year student at the University of Guelph pursuing a double degree in Criminal Justice and Public Policy and Sociology. Welcome to my presentation on organic food labels in Canada. Today we will talk about the process required in Canada to gain the privilege of using an organic label, the organic consumer and their perceptions on these labels, and how companies use these labels to attract consumer attention. So, what is organic? It's more than just your fruits and veggies that were grown without the use of chemicals or your chickens who weren't locked in a cage. Organic in Canada entails the strict process of growing and raising crops and livestock to the regulations of the Canadian Organic Standards listed under the Safe Food for Canadians regulations. This process includes environmental regulations and pest and disease control, in addition to how livestock, for instance, should be housed, transported, fed, and slaughtered. Some examples to define the vigorousness of growing organic products can be seen in crop production. Firstly, before the sowing of crops can even take place, the land has to be free of any and all prohibited substances, including various chemicals, pesticides, and fertilizers, for 36 months. Once the crops have been planted, if there is potential for these prohibited substances to come into contact with them through neighboring non-organic crops, for instance, a buffering zone of 26 feet 3 inches must separate the crops. There is also an extensive action plan for the type of manure permitted to be used, how the manure processing be carried out, and how manure be applied to the land. Additionally, organic means more than just the foods and animals raised without synthetic additives. Organic principles entail a strong focus toward the environment through various methods contributing toward maintaining biological diversity, recycling materials, and a focus on renewable energy resources. Upon this, products must become organic certified under the Canadian Organic Regime by a CFIA, Canadian Food Inspection Agency, accredited certification body that follows the certification qualifications as listed under Part 14, Division 4 of the Safe Food for Canadians Act. It is here how the product can claim itself across one of the various organic label options. Within Canada, as per the CFIA, there are two main categories of organic products. There are the products that can label themselves organic and those that can declare their product contains a certain percentage of organic ingredients. Firstly, those that can label themselves as organic are the products that are virtually fully organic, as their contents are equal to or more than 95% organic. Products of this standard, which could additionally include multi-ingredient food commodities, are the only foods that obtain the right to use the Canadian Organic logo, such as the one you see on the slide. However, making the claim 100% organic is prohibited, as the CFIA groups products of 95% organic and up as fully organic products. Next, those products that can claim they contain a certain percent of organic ingredients are products that consist of 70 to 95% organic content. However, in illustrating this claim, companies are not allowed to employ any strategic misconstruing statements, as the claim must be uniformly prominent. Also, the organic ingredients must be listed in the ingredients list. Finally, it is important to note that all claims of organics, whether fully or a particular percentage, must be supplemented with the name of their certifier. As well, products containing less than 70% organic contents are not permitted to make any claims of being organic, not even made with organic ingredients, but can list which ingredients are organic in their ingredients list. The organic market in Canada is huge and is only growing. In 2018, Canada's organic market was valued at $5.1 billion, and with 66% of Canadians purchasing organic products every week, it's no surprise that the industry is growing by 15 to 25% annually. In a study titled The Organic Market, it was found that the typical organic consumer was a 30 to 60-year-old female from the middle to upper income bracket with an above-average education living in a city or small town. However, in a further study by Raphael Zanoli, it was argued that this consumer profile matters less and less as more stores begin to offer organic foods, and the increased awareness of the benefits of organic foods lead people to be more willing to pay the additional premiums for these foods, generating a wider organic consumer demographic. So, with the increased market and awareness of organic food, the role the Canadian Organic logo plays in the lives of these consumers is important to understand. To understand the role of the Canadian Organic logo, understanding why consumers buy organic in the first place is critical. While specific reasons obviously vary from person to person, commonalities are displayed in the following. Firstly, and perhaps most notably, is the perception that organic foods are healthier. This is a common belief, one that I myself believed, but a study by Christine Williams found that organic foods' nutritional composition and biological effect to humans are virtually indifferent to conventionally grown foods, with the exceptions of some vitamin C and nitrate differences. Regardless, health is still a prominent reason for those choosing organic foods over conventionally grown foods. However, health reasons are not all fictional, as a German study found that organic consumers generally eat in a healthier way, such as consuming more fruits and veggies, and overall live healthier lives, such as physical exercise and smoking habits. This is interesting to point out, as lifestyle reasons is another prominent reason for consuming organic food. While Jessica Asherman and company explain how organic consumption has become more of an attitude than just a choice people make, they further explain how various occurrences in life can influence people to become organic consumers, such as a newborn child, disease, or general aging. Furthermore, other notable reasons for consuming organic include environmental concerns, animal welfare, and supporting local economies. Thus, the role of the logo becomes an influential part of these consumers' lives. The Canadian Organic logo, or a percentage of organic claim accompanied by a certifier, assures consumers that the products they are purchasing have met all the conditions of the Safe Food for Canadians regulations. Consumers perceive these certifications as a way to reassure that these foods are what they believe them to be. For one, this logo ensures that the food they are purchasing has not been affected by chemicals or additives. For another, this logo ensures that the food they are purchasing has been grown with every effort to protect the environment. From health to taste to the safety of the product, each consumer has their own perceptions of what these certifications mean to them. Additionally, these certifications provide consumers with the justification that the premiums for organic foods are worth it, as Benjamin Campbell and company found a 43-cent premium for the Canadian Organic logo. Furthermore, the consumers perceive these certifications as a well-trusted cue that they are purchasing is what they believe they are purchasing, no matter where in Canada they are purchasing them from. This consumer perspective of trust is additionally one of the ways companies use these logos. As mentioned, one of the ways companies use this logo is to build trust with their customers. Companies can include this logo to show to their customers that they have abided by the regulations required to obtain it. Therefore, as consumers trust the certifications, they can also trust the companies and brands that use them. Companies also include these logos to reinforce the pre-existing perceptions that the consumers have about organic products, such as the products being healthier, safer, tastier, and raised with environmental precautions in mind. Further, certain companies can use these logos to help increase sales. One way they attempt this is through using the certifications to attract attention to their product over an alternative. In a study by Dennis Drexler and company, they employ the use of eye-tracking technology to show the benefits and increased attention products receive with the organic labels on them. While the study notes in its concluding remarks that this increased attention to the organic certification label does not correlate with the purchase of that product, a study by Fabrice Larseneau and company illustrate the usefulness of these organic logos in relation to pre-established brand equity, or the pre-existing perceived worth of that brand. The study found that the effectiveness of including the organic certification on products increased sales more significantly on products with lower brand equity. Thus, the usefulness of these certification logos is most effective to lesser-known brands who wish to push forward the perceptions that they are found to be in correlation with organic products. Thus, this brings us to the end of my presentation on organic food labels in Canada. To briefly review, we covered what organic means in Canada, including how foods can qualify for an organic certification and the differences between a product being 70% organic content to 95% organic content. Next, we looked at the organic market in Canada and discussed how rapidly it is growing in this country. Covering the typical organic consumer and the perceptions they have of organic food led to our discussion on how these logos can influence the customers, including how these logos can lead to the trust of a brand. Finally, we transitioned into how companies can use these logos and how products carrying this label receive an increased attention. However, the purchasing power in this logo does little for companies with already high brand equity, yielding the power of the logo to the little guy. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed and I wish you a good rest of your day.